Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're going to take a look at one last Clone Wars item before I give you a look at the massive haul that you may have noticed that I've mentioned on Facebook, where I've picked up the full set of 5 carded figures from the Vintage Saga collection from 2006. And I'm going to be giving you a look at those in my next few reviews, but as I said, I want to give you a look at some Clone Wars, well, one last Clone Wars item before I move on to that. This is an item that was very kindly sent out to me by my fellow Star Wars cohorts over at Action Figure Times or aftimes.com, and it's the recent Toys R Us exclusive Geonosian speeder with Geonosian warrior, or Separatist speeder. This is a very cool set. For the most part it's a repaint with various new elements, but I'll get onto some of those later on in the review. First up, we're going to take a look at the packaging that this one comes in. Now, this product is actually available in the UK, although on the UK Toys R Us exclusives we don't have the sticker. So that's the only real difference between the packaging in the States and the packaging here in the UK. On one side you've got the very cool image of the Geonosian, and on the other side an image of the Geonosian riding the speeder. On the back you've got an image of the pack itself, as well as a description at the top, the fact that the battle game card is included, and you've also got a rundown of some other deluxe sets in the line available. This is another Toys R Us exclusive that's running alongside this one. This is the Rebel Transport Speeder with the Yavin ground crew, which is only packed 1 per case, unfortunately. You've also got the Grievous attack cycle underneath, and one that we haven't actually seen any real confirmation on a release yet, but the Small Republic Recon fighter with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like with most deluxe packs from the Clone Wars, this one does indeed have a fold-out diorama in the back, so you just pull out the cardboard insert and you'll have a fold-out diorama to display your figure and vehicle. So there's the packaging. As I said as well, it does indeed come with a battle game card and a display stand. I've left the card in the bag. You also got the display stand as well. There's no Clone Wars adventure code with this one, unfortunately, so we're just going to jump straight into the review of the speeder and the figure. So there you go, as you can see. The Geonosian that's riding the speeder is just a repaint of the Geonosian drone that was included in the Waxer, not in the Waxer, it was the Special Ops Clone Trooper and Geonosian drone 2-pack, and this figure is just a repaint of that, although it has the chest piece from the Undead Geonosian, and it also has a pair of new wings. And I believe that this is the same Geonosian that we're going to see in the, although we have seen in the Geonosis battle pack that comes alongside a Geonosis Half Trooper and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'll give you a look at the figure in a moment, but I'll just give you a look at him while he's riding the speeder for the time being. The speeder itself is a repaint of the Count Dooku speeder that was first released in 2002 as part of the Attack of the Clones line, and then was later reissued in the Clone Wars line with a super articulated Count Dooku figure. The evidence of this is underneath on the date stamp, which as you can see says 2002 Lucasfilm Limited, which is a little bit bad, you know, considering that this thing's almost 10 years old. But it's amazing what a lick of paint can do, as this thing really looks cool. And once again, if you know me, you know that I absolutely love this blue and grey colour scheme that a lot of the Separatist vehicles tend to have. Also looks like a wasp as well, a multicoloured wasp, which ties into the bug element of the Geonosian drone. There's not a ton of features on the speeder, and if you've seen my review on the Count Dooku speeder bike then you will know this already, but basically all it has is, for lack of a better term, a seat belt which keeps the figure in place, and it also has adjustable brake pedals. I just called them pedals really, but apparently according to the back of the packaging those are known as brake pedals, and they just pivot like so, and there's pegs on there to attach your figure's feet to. But as I said, the speeder itself is very, very nice. One of my favourite designs, really. And the fact that it's got this awesome Separatist colour scheme on it is absolutely superb, and I really, really like it. So Hasbro get a definite thumbs up there, even though they've reused a ancient mould by today's standards. As you can see, you've got the Separatist logos on the back. Now the figure, once again, if you've seen my reviews on previous Geonosians released in the Clone Wars line, then you'll know about all the details about this guy. Once again, as I said, he is just a repaint of the Geonosian drone. Only he has the chest piece from the undead Geonosian, and he also has a completely brand new set of wings, all of which can be removed individually, and also the piece of plastic that the wings attach to can also be removed. So you can just have this one as a there's a multitude of different variants that you can have this Geonosian in. You can remove the chest piece and have him as a typical drone. You can attach the chest piece and have him with no wings. You can attach the wings, and there's just as I said, an absolute ton of varieties that you can pose this guy in. So if you want to army build them, get onto Tungori on eBay, because he's got a ton of these in stock for a very reasonable loose price. So pick them up if you can. What I like about the wings is that they look even more creepy, in my opinion, than the undead Geonosian wings, as these are in full effect. They're not tatty and worn out, and they've got that really weird looking sort of gradient on them, which make them look very lifelike. Articulation is also not flawless, but it's not bad by any means. Geonosians always have that funny sort of pose to the legs, and so this makes standing the figure up a little bit difficult, but the articulation sort of helps in that aspect. He has a ball jointed neck, ball and socket joint shoulders, hinged elbows and swivel wrists, a ball jointed torso, I believe. Yep, ball jointed torso, ball and socket joint hips, ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles. And like with the undead Geonosian and all the other Geonosians that have preceded this one, you can remove all the limbs, so you can have a true Geonosian massacre. And once again, you've got that superb Geonosian head sculpt to accompany the figure. So very, very nice figure all round. He does indeed come with a Geonosian sonic blaster, which I have left on my shelf. So if you will just bear with me for 2 seconds while I pick that up. It's not on the shelf, it's actually on my bed. It's a bit more convenient. But yeah, it comes with the typical sonic blaster, which has been repainted once again just to make it look a little bit different. And that fits in the figure's hand nicely. Although due to the weight of it and due to the the skinniness of the Geonosian's arms, it tends to weigh it down a little bit, so if you try posing it up, it will just flop back down again. But not a bad thing by any means, really. I mean, if you're going to display this guy on the speeder bike, he's not going to be using it anyway, because he's going to be too busy holding onto the handlebars and not causing any accidents, so never mind. But there we go. That is the Geonosian warrior with the Separatist speeder. And once again, I want to give a huge thanks to my good friends over at Action Figure Times, who were kind enough to send out this deluxe figure and vehicle pack and save me a little bit of money and Toys R Us in the process. So thanks for that, guys, and as always, very much appreciated. And you'll be able to check this review plus many more of my old videos over at Action Figure Times. So follow the numerous links that I have on my channel to www.aftimes.com and check them out. It's not just a Star Wars collecting website, there's also numerous DC, Marvel, Living Dead dolls, WWE stuff, all sorts of action figure focuses over at Action Figure Times, so I definitely recommend checking them out if you're a toy enthusiast. So there we go, that is the Geonosian warrior with the Separatist speeder. Hope I'm getting that all in shot. I want to thank you for watching this review, and as I said, my next reviews will be blasts from the past in some ways, because I'll be taking a look at some of the older sort of modern remakes of vintage figures from 2006, as I've purchased a reasonable sized haul of those figures, which I'm still awaiting in the mail and hopefully should come at some point soon. So thanks for watching this review, I'll be back with many more soon, as I said, and as always guys, until next time, keep collecting and may the force be with you.